Good stuff. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Good. Hi, Dylan. Thanks. Hello, everyone. That must be you, Simon. Bath City language.
Hello, yes, we hear you.
Okay, Asa, is that what it
Yes,
is?
Azza speaking.
Thank Asa. Good. Glad you could make it.
Thank you.
Where are you calling in from?
From England, Milton Keynes.
Excellent. Thank you for being here.
Thanks.
Okay, yeah, Simon. Thanks, Simon. I thought the Bath City gave it away. Um, Hi, Cindy. Good. Good to see you. It's good. We got some non-UK people. That's good. Admit, admit, Marion. That's good. At least let's just not zero. I remember one time I had a masterclass with zero people turned up. So it's good to get some people. Okay, I think we're live streaming. I will just record this as well. Okay, I will share my screen and get on with it. And give you guys, hopefully you'll get some value from today. You want any questions, put it in the chat. Anybody watching on the Facebook group live, kind of put hashtag live, or watching the replay, hashtag replay, if you're catching it later. But just share my share. Can everybody see that? Good.
Yes, we see it. Thanks.
Good. Thank you. Share. Share screen on this. Oh, not that. Slideshow. Okay. All right. Any questions? Put it in the chat, and then I can deal with that later on. Okay. Okay. So welcome everyone to my lead generation appointment setting masterclass. So if you're here, obviously you have problems maybe with one or both of those problems. You're not generating enough leads, or you're not booking enough appointments. So hopefully I give you some pointers on this masterclass about solving, one or both of those problems. So what will you learn in this masterclass? Why Facebook? Because majority of my business is based on Facebook. It's still a great way to generate leads in 2024. I'm a big believer in Facebook, even though it's probably the oldest social media platform. Everybody's moved on, maybe to bright, more shiny things, but still, Facebook is still massively important, and it can generate leads for your business every single day. How to use tiered Facebook groups to generate 150 plus organic leads a week. So I'll show you exactly my process about how you can generate that. Like, I was just actually checking my Facebook group today. I've got over 200 plus leads organically from my Facebook group as of today, this week. So I'll show you exactly how that works, and how to use free offers and events to book appointments. So kind of having those touch points with your audience and filtering your audience through offers and events. So you're moving along to book appointments, because the KPI that you are going to be measured in terms of success of your coaching business is booking appointments. If you're booking appointments, you're getting in front of people and you're making offers to people. And then how to manage that whole process through one central hub. So I'll show you exactly what I do in terms of, I don't have a plethora of kind of different software. I use one central piece of software that manages everything for me. So, and I'll have a ridiculous offer for you at the end of this presentation. So it's hopefully that's everybody can be excited about kind of learning a bit more about that. Okay, before we get into the presentations, I'll just kind of do a quote from a former mentor of mine, Matthew Hunt. He helps more B2B people in LinkedIn, but he had a great quote I thought was really resonating. So the wrong question to ask is how do I get more leads? The right question is how do I build more trust and community with my ideal buyers? It's so true. Kind of a lead is not just a lead. A lead is a human being, and that human being, you want to kind of build up a relationship with that person and how they trust you, and how you can build a community with that person so they become your ideal buyer. So I thought that is definitely a question worth asking. If you just kind of say, I need more leads, well, what does actually a lead mean? So also for you guys, just to give you an idea about business models, you really want to be building your business intentionally. A lot of people build a business and then hate it. And you can actually go down a rabbit hole of building something that you're not having any life whatsoever. And that's not really a lot of people kind of, when they go into coaching, they want to have, they're building a coaching business to kind of escape the 9 to 5, not replace one job with another job. So this gives you kind of a model I've come across recently of, from a model one here, kind of a 0 to 50K per month profit-based business, model 50K to 100K model business, and 100K plus model business. And it's surprisingly how little you need to build up to a 50K per month business. Like I would definitely be in the model one. I don't know if anybody on this call is in the model 2 or 3, but it's definitely model one. All you need is one offer, one core offer. You don't have to have all these multiple offers. It's just confusing. If you have one core, high ticket offer, preferably, because you want to leverage, you want to kind of be compensated for your services. You don't sort of hourly rates or that sort of thing. You want a one core offer and one channel. And what channel is, can be Facebook. I think Facebook is the optimum channel actually to use when you're first starting out. And all you need is you and a VA, a virtual assistant. And that's effectively what I have in Model 1. I have myself and a virtual assistant. Model 2 is obviously things get more complex if you kind of grow. You maybe move into 2 offers and 2 channels. You might add on YouTube. Obviously, you need more people to manage that as a virtual assistant. Maybe an appointment setter. You need a closer in terms of sales closer, and you maybe want to remove you from the day-to-day and actually have a coach who's coaching others, not you doing the direct coaching. So that's when you're scaling up. And obviously model 3 is where you're really kind of pushing the envelope of 100K plus. You're in the 7-figure plus range, whereby you maybe have multiple offers, multiple channels. You have like an omnipresence view of everything now. You're on TikTok, you're kind of on LinkedIn, you maybe on Pinterest, kind of all different channels, whereby you basically have a big team. It's you, VA, setter, a couple of setters, a couple of closers, kind of sales closer, and a couple of coaches. So that's basically the progression of business model. Now, probably most people on this call will probably model 1 is be sufficient in terms of like life-changing business. Is anybody on the model 1? Is that kind of, is anybody would recognize where they are in those models? Simon or Asa, any people that? Model one, yeah. So kind of model one, I think is basic, I the more I go on, the more I see kind of people, the more you add complexity to your life, and the more you add people, the more you have to manage and lead people, that adds more complexity to your life. I don't know about you, but I don't want more complexity to my life. My life is already complex. So it's one, model one is basically if I was maxed out at 50K per month, that basic, I probably wouldn't want to kind of go any further, in my opinion. But it's obviously people who want to maybe build a big business. They can go through and add more team members. But that those three models are all you need. I'll be showing you exactly kind of model one and what you can really have a model one business. So just to give you some idea about Facebook, and I'm really talking about Facebook today, is the ecosystem, basically the different aspects of Facebook from a general point of view. And we're going to get into specifics about what I use Facebook to generate leads. So, you can use group traffic. That's kind of like you go into groups and add value and kind of post comments and kind of, move people from groups into your world, adding friends so they become exposed to your content. So that's through your Facebook profile, optimize your banner, feature photo links and whatever, and you're building your content on your profile as the main engine, and that still works. There's kind of a lot of rubbish talked about, Facebook profile, kind of the reach is low. Yeah, the reach is getting lower every year, but it still works. If you have impactful content, people will search you out, people will read your content, and engage with your content and be moved. More importantly, they're moved by your content to take action. So that's what you talk about, call to actions on your profile. Comment for value. Basically, you're doing outreach for something to a lead magnet you have, or an event, or an offer, or direct offer post. So you're actually coming from your profile with direct offers for people to take action. Then you move them into Messenger, have a chat, move them onto a call, basically a sales call. And basically the number of sales calls you have is the number of sales you make. So if you've got like a 1 in 5 closing rate, you have 5 sales calls, you have 1 sale. And basically that's the most direct way I know of actually building a business, is using your profile, Messenger, booking calls, and then closing sales. Anybody familiar with that model or using that model even? Simon, you're using that model? No. Asa, you're using that model? No. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty popular model. Unfortunately, a lot of people are doing it wrong. They're actually just not putting enough content. They're not consistent with their content, or they're actually not having their messenger game on point, whereby they're sending out the wrong messages. Maybe they're too salesy, or they're just spamming people with join my group, or here or direct offer. Messenger is not about selling. Messenger is about building relationships to book appointments. It might be kind of quite different from a lot of people. I never sell in Messenger. It's just, obviously, if you've got more authority, in terms of if you've got more authority, you can sell in Messenger. But people starting out, joining my group, or kind of here's my offer, it's not the way to go, not in 2024. So say Messenger follow-up, and then you move people to your Facebook group, and add more value, and then you can do more call to actions to book calls as well. So you can use your profile or a Facebook group. So next is the way I use Facebook and Facebook groups. So it's this is basically the classic marketing funnel. There's nothing rocket science about any of this. So it's top of funnel, which is like attention, If you're not getting attention in your business, you don't have, no one knows about you. No one knows about you, you're not going to get many leads. So that the top of funnel is getting as maximum attention as possible. And that's through your free Facebook group. That's, it's both unqualified and qualified people coming in. They're actually engaging with your content, and you have free offers. You're giving some value, and the people who resonate with your free offers are going to put their details in, and that's now an engaged lead. There's leads and there's engaged leads. Engaged leads is whether they're downloading something of value, whereby they're putting their details in. Now you can build a relationship with that person. So basically, the top of funnel is a free group. I'll talk more about kind of what that group entails later on, but that is you want to get basically volume, basically, of people coming in that top group. And then when people engage, you're moving them to a different group. And they're now showed to him, yeah, I'm interested, and then move them to a different Facebook group called a VIP or a private Facebook group, where you're adding more value, kind of have more free offers, and you may be running your events through there. So you're actually building up the more of those touch points through your offers, through your events, so they actually make a decision at that point to, hey, I think, this guy can help me. I think, I really resonate kind of with the content he has and the value he's providing. And it's much easier then to book an appointment. So you've really taken them cold to warm to hot in terms of a booked appointment. That's the action you want really to take. Okay, Salah's Messenger. Yeah, puts me off right away. Yeah, Simon. I rarely, if ever, reply in Messenger to direct outreach. It's just, it's like marrying someone on the first date. It just isn't going to happen for me. So that is the way that Facebook group marketing funnel or social media funnel, you could call it, is basically using a top of funnel Facebook group where kind of you're getting quantity of leads, quality people coming into your group, unqualified, qualified, building up those touch points within your group, moving them into interest, so they've raised their hand on some aspect of of value that you provided. Then you're bringing them into your more warm group. And then from that, you maybe running events in that group. So they actually outreach and then book an appointment where you go outreach to them, or they come inbound to you to book an appointment. Make sense? Okay. Next is free Facebook group. This is sort of like my main group that is growing at, but just checking today, I'm nearly at 200 leads for the week. 200 new members coming in every single week. And a percentage of those are my target audience. And I'm not doing paid ads. I'm not doing that's purely organic, where people are searchable in Facebook. I'm moving those people down that funnel into my warm group, and then eventually I'll be booking appointments with a portion of those people. So a free Facebook group it's searchable. Use emojis. If you look at my Facebook group, it has emojis at the start, and that's deliberate. That's intentional. Whereby, if you're looking at Facebook groups, what's the one thing that stands out? It's basically something that's different, and an emoji is different. It's kind of a small thing, but actually it stands out more than just the text. So I'd use an emoji in your title in terms of kind of your Facebook group. And make it public. Obviously, you want it searchable. You want people kind of coming into your group. Indicate it is your group. If you look at my group, it is, Facebook by Michael Scott. I've got my banner, and then underneath it, like it says who, it's my group. Welcome message. So you have your welcome message in your group. So every Monday, people will be coming into the group, and I'll be tagging everybody of the new members. So those 220 members, tagging everybody, and everybody will see these 3 offers I have. So that's my free offers. So everybody will see those offers, and the people who resonate with that some people, maybe are just looking for freebies and whatever. You're always going to get that. But some people will be wanting to kind of move their business forward, and they will download these offers. They will put their details in, and they're now an engaged lead, and I capture those people in my CRM, which I'll talk about later. So you have that welcome message. So I'm tagging everybody, so everybody can, is exposed to those offers. And then obviously post daily content. This doesn't, every day you'll be doing your pieces of content, either, short form, long form, questions, polls, whatever in your group to kind of generate that interest and those touch points again. So people engaging with your content again, you can move those people into your other group. So it's all about generate the touch points and finding out who are those potential buyers within your top of funnel free Facebook group. Again, events are streamed live in the group. So if I'm doing events, again, I want those people exposed to my videos, my kind of webinars. So I stream into the group as well. And also kind of remove spam. Obviously, it's a top of funnel group. You're going to get, both qualified and unqualified and very unqualified people who are just there to, make trouble and disrupt. You really have to be on top of kind of removing spam and all that sort of stuff. But that's really the top of funnel group, whereby you're generating organic leads every single week and then moving the people who resonate with your content into another Facebook group. Make sense? Very quiet today. Yeah, good. Thanks, Asa. Yep. Okay. Next is the VIP group. So again, we've got the top of funnel group, and then this is the middle funnel group. Taking those cold leads who didn't know nothing about you, they've downloaded something, and they're moving them into your VIP group. So these are invite-only appointments. So people have raised their hand, and you outreach to them in terms of, hey, such and thanks for downloading that. I've got another Facebook group I provide more value specific to kind of that thing that you downloaded. Would you like to be included? Most people will say yes. So you're moving people into that other Facebook group. Make it private but searchable. So you want this group to be your group. You don't want the same thing as people could post in the other group. You want this to be your group, whereby you're responsible for the content and it's your content you're putting out. And it's actually more client-based content. It's more kind of specific to your services and the wins, and kind of you're showcasing your services, showcasing your clients and the results that they're getting. So it's really targeted on the people you're serving. So when people come in, they can say, yeah, they can see kind of people progressing, and then they can identify with that they will outreach and book an appointment with you. Use 3 questions. I'll talk about this later, but basically, if it's searchable, you don't want people just kind of joining your group. Well, you want to kind of set up some boundaries to allow only the right people. Again, post daily content, repurpose content that you've done in your free group. You kind of put it into your VIP group. Offers are slightly different in the VIP group. So I've got maybe top of funnel group, more why-based content, rather than the VIP group would be more kind of how-based content, kind of specifics about kind of that would really add value to people coming into this group. One of which is book an appointment. One of your offers would be directly kind of, hey, book an appointment with me, a link to a Calendly link or whatever, that they can actually outreach and book an appointment. Again, events streamed and live in the group. I would do both from my public group and the VIP group as well. So that's more of the warm group. So your warm group is going to be the people that you want to outreach to and book appointments with those touch points that you've already established touch points with those people. Make sense? Very quiet again. Anyway, all right. Next is 3 questions. Now, this is, you wouldn't believe how many appointments I've booked through these 3 questions. It's something that is so simple to set up, but a lot of people just don't do it, and it's just lazy or they just don't know. So if you've got a Facebook group and you don't have set up 3 questions, I would strongly recommend you start doing this. My 3 questions kind of link to training in your group. So people coming in, this is your VIP group. I've got required. I make them all required as well. You're not getting in the group if you don't fill these out. If they don't fill any of it out, I don't get in. They can't bother to fill 3 questions out. I'm sorry, you're not the right person to be allowed in. So required step, my group helps coaches, and I give them a list of training that I have in the group, like messenger conversation, content creation, offers, ideal client, sales process. So if they click on one of these, I can tag them on training or webinar that I've done on that, and when they come in. So you're actually showing this as value. You're providing value straight away if people are kind of are clicking on that. Step 2 is put together my best trainings. So again, you're just outreaching. Hey, I want to serve you. What's your best email address? So you're asking for their email address. You're building up your list already. You're asking them for a contact, and then you can nurture those people on your list later on. And then question 3, which is a killer question, which I've booked so many calls just from question 3 alone. If it was offered to show you how you develop your simple video message, this is something I have a particular training about, where you're not sure if I can pre-sell your coaching. Would you be interested in a 10 to 15-minute chat? Type yes or no. So I'm going for a definite yes or no. And people say yes, then that gives you an automatic pass to outreach to them and say, hey, I just seen you, wanted to join my group. I seen you kind of on question 3 that you wanted to know about this. And they say, yes, okay. And then let's book you in for an appointment. So from that question alone, you're creating an opportunity for an appointment. So that, these type of questions, you wouldn't believe, that tell you so much about kind of your potential client in terms of, where they're stuck, contact details, and, direct opportunity to book an appointment. Does anybody see the power of kind of those kind of questions? So I would strongly recommend, if you aren't doing it already, to use these 3 questions in presenting or in the front end of your Facebook group. Next, free offers. So free offers is high value, micro win. There's so much crap in terms of free offers. So I was just reading something about, 90, more than, downloading ebooks and kind of all sorts of things. Most people never read the bloody ebook. So actually make something is directly to your services and can give your potential prospect, hopefully customer, a micro win. How more powerful if you can demonstrate something for them that they can help them and say, yeah, this actually works if I implement it. How much more open would they to book an appointment with you if they feel as if they're getting a small win already? So have that mindset when you're creating your free offers, not just go out and download some ebook, and kind of rebrand it yourself. Actually think about something that would add tremendous value to your prospect. I'm not sure what FB tool you use. You don't need a Facebook tool. As you can set, or sorry, Simon, you can. There's on the right-hand menu when you're setting up the settings. you can set up that directly in Facebook. You just go questions. I think there's a in the settings, general settings, you'll see it. You can just set up those. There's a tool. I use a tool to capture that information, to put it into a spreadsheet offline. You can use like as a different tool if you want. I can show you that tool later on, Simon. But there is a tool to kind of move that information so you're not just screenshotting all the time of people coming in. But yeah, there is native within Facebook that thing about the 3 questions. Okay, I was talking about high value related to your services. Obviously, you don't want something that's not related to your services. You're capturing contact details. Again, building up your list, building up your email list so you can nurture the people to book appointments. Keep it simple. Really important. People overcomplicate this and put too much and it's confusing, or they put their website up or you don't need that. You want people to come in, consume what exactly exactly what it is, what the benefit is going to be if they use it, and a button for them to get it. It's going to send me free calculator. So it knows about high ticket coaching calculator. So I'm helping people charge more with high ticket coaching calculator. So I'm helping people who want to charge more for their services, and everybody wants that. So I'm making it as attractive as possible for people actually to consume what it is, and they clicking a button, put their details in, and then it's sent to them. And then thank you page. Now I'll talk about next slides about thank you page. Book an appointment. So thank you page is so important. It's kind of the one time everybody, you're going to have like nearly 100% of views. Kind of people on your landing page or putting their details in, they go directly to your thank you page. So don't lose the opportunity to kind of ask more questions on your thank you page. Don't put like thank you and nothing. That is a wasted opportunity. And I'll show you exactly kind of what I use in thank you page. So in my thank you page, it's the most attention you're ever going to get. Again, as I say, it's sort of as soon as you put your details in, you'll be going to this page. Add more value related to your offer. And then, I've got here, congratulations, we've emailed your calculator. So it's on its way. What next? So I'm giving kind of instructions for people to do now. Book a call. So I'm going straight for book a free coaching call with me and join my VIP Facebook group. So I want people who have that touch point, I want them to move into that warm Facebook group. Have 2 options. Have 2 options. People might say book a call if they think more warm. Hey, I really need help. Book a call. Or hey, I'm not too sure yet. Not too sure about you yet. Want to see how it goes, and then to join your Facebook group. Anybody see the power of that and using thank you page, move them on to kind of take an action rather than just having kind of thank you or kind of that. Yeah. So again, you can have an email sequence, nurturing email sequence as well to kind of move people to book an appointment later on, but it's diminishing returns. People email them what the email open rate is these days, 20, 30%. These here, you're getting 100% more or less of people reviewing your thank you page, whereby you're going to say, hey, you either book a call with me or you can join the Facebook group. You can put that in later emails, but the clicks on your emails will diminish over time. This is where you really want to get people to take action on your thank you page. Okay, free events, a bit like what I'm doing at the minute. You want to be doing free events. People don't know you. Come back to that attention piece at the top. To get attention to people, you have to put yourself out there. You have to demonstrate your value. People are not going to, pay you money and coaching, whatever your services are, if they don't trust you. And worse than that, they don't like you. And then through that is actually you actually identify you as a person. And the best way to identify you as a person is actually doing things like this, is doing free events. So your content is support your events. So Webinars, workshop challenges, giveaways. You're constantly building those touch points with your audience. And it's something kind of people, they maybe do once in a while. Oh, I might do a webinar, kind of, and then do it and then they wait 3 or 4 months and then do another webinar. It's something you need to be doing all the time. In a very crowded social media landscape, the people that are doing well are doing regular webinars, challenges, giveaways. You say about the top guys are in this space, Tony Robbins, Dean Grazioni, all those guys. What are they doing? They're doing challenges. They're doing challenges all the time because they know the power of challenges, of actually getting a lot of people in at once, and a percentage of those people will purchase from them. So if you're not doing events, you need to start doing events tagged onto your content, and your content is supporting your events. Don't sell on every event. I think you want to be giving value to people, and sort of like, just if they think you're just pitching all the time, you're probably not going to, make very sales. It's sort of the Gary V kind of thing about give, and then ask. Or I think Alex Hormozy is another one. Give, and they ask. If you're giving so much value, then people will say, hey, this guy's unbelievable. He's kind of giving so much value. I think, I want to work with him. So don't sell in every event. It's just, it's just a bit spammy. Give value, and kind of you'll always get more in return. Unfortunately, 20 to 30% show up rate. Now, I don't know how many people showed up today, but it's low show up rate, or even the best of things. Like I have kind of reminder sequences, and I might actually look at kind of some of this, but the West world and the world, you might have something that shows up well, another one doesn't. It's just depends. Life gets in the road. People have lives. It's just how important it is to people to actually show up. So don't get dispirited about, I've got low show up rates. As I say, this is an asset. Think of kind of doing these events as an asset. You can tag people later on. You can use this as training later on. You can kind of take elements of this and slice them up as content later on. But that's why events are so powerful, because you're actually showcasing your services. So don't get you just fixated. Oh, I did a webinar and only like one person turned up. You're losing the value because you actually did a webinar which created value, which you can now use as leverage, as maybe in that first questions. I have some training on this. And it was just you did a webinar the other week on that, and you can tag people on that webinar. Does anybody see the power of that? Does anybody see kind of what people are saying, kind of like how events are something that should be in your portfolio? And replays in your group. So it can always kind of stream into your group. Like this is being streamed into my dedicated pop-up Facebook group I have for this. I guess it's the third time I've been doing this. So everybody will see this, even though there might not be a lot of people on today, I'll be tagging people, kind of outreach people, and I have their details anyway from when they registered. So it's not as if, hey, kind of, I'm only getting a couple of show up rates. Kind of your replays in your group, you're tagging people in your group, and you're kind of following up with people later on. So you have to get the mindset around whereby, you're giving value, and that value is recurring value. It's not just a one-off. All right, next is webinars, which should be the staple of your event strategy. I do webinars all the time. Now, this is a masterclass where we're going a bit more deeper onto it. Webinar is really process driven. You're just going through a process of creating curiosity around something about your services. Now, kind of webinars mainly, webinar registration page, and you on the back end of that, you could have an offer. For instance, in this one here, you have a webinar kind of how to write an article in 7 minutes or less. And I cannot stress enough, the title is so important. If your title is not inspiring or is something that captures the imagination with curiosity, you're probably not going to get a lot of show up rate. Free webinar, mindset webinar is probably not going to get a lot of people to register. You have to be drill down and be specific about something that that your audience actually wants to turn up, and also a particular angle that you have. Like in this one, it's like 7 minutes or less. How to write, who wants to write an article in 7 minutes or less? People maybe are spending hours writing content. I would certainly know how to kind of want to know about how I could write an article in 7 minutes or less. And then if I got value on that webinar, then I could upsell in terms of, hey, do you want all of my article writing secrets? I've got this over here. I've got a course, a 49 course, whereby I'll tell you everything you want to know. So you're just demonstrating a piece of the value and then upselling into your offer. Make sense? Next, challenges. Great. Actually, I'm trying to be, probably my next will be a challenge in terms of next event. So these is, they're a lot of work, it's like 3 days, 5 days, like there's time, 90 days. I don't know how a 90-day challenge. I think there is 90 days. That's a big outlay, but 5 days is like focused on one primary outcome. So it's for action takers. You're actually helping people with a win. At the end of it, you're helping people get something, a win, like for instance, that was my challenge 12 months ago, which I might have running again. High ticket sale. So end of 5 days, you could get your first high ticket sale. I will be showing you everything in this webinar, how to get your first high ticket sale. How more likely is someone who gets a high ticket sale say, oh God, you showed me so much value, show me exact steps I could do, and actually I implemented it, and I've got booked appointments, and I asked someone to buy, and they said yes. How more likely are they to kind of take the next step with you if you actually can show that? So that's the power of challenges. Now I'm not, there is different levels. I'm more into the not surface level challenge. Now, I know there's a lot of challenges people do, and they lace it with their own, offer. I think if you're doing a challenge, you're demonstrating kind of more powerful that you can actually get a result for someone. I don't, just give it all. Don't hold back. A lot of people are holding back and say, oh, I'm giving too much away. That's part of I want that to kind of people pay for my services if I give it too much away. That is the wrong mindset. You want to be coming and demonstrating everything. Some people will implement it and make a success. Some people, majority will not. The reality is people, don't. They don't show up and they don't do the work. Now, that's a bigger question around mindset. But a lot of people who do take action and they get result, those are actually your best clients because they've demonstrated actually they're action takers. Do you want action takers in your business, or you want people who are just going to procrastinate? I want action takers. So micro wins, demonstrate your genius on a challenge. Make sense? Okay, next, events planner. So events planner is the top, in some ways this is reverse engineer. You kind of work, hey, I'm going to be doing an event on X date. Like for instance, this here was marketing. So I had been promoting this for the last 2 weeks for this event. So my content was all geared to this event. Then, but the events were all planned out intentionally over a quarter. So at the top is my major pillars. So I'm marketing, sales, systems. That's kind of where the top level of my content message pillars are. So I'm talking about marketing, I'm talking about sales, or I'm talking about systems. So under that there, I've got, marketing, lead gen, which is this particular one here, or sales, objection handling, how to handle objections, how you, deal with that. And the top level is about your webinars. You may be doing workshops, you may be going deeper, like this, like workshop stroke masterclasses where I'm doing today. Or prize draw, which is a great way to kind of generate a lot of leads quickly, whereby you're actually giving maybe one high value thing away, a space in your group coaching program, and you get a ton of leads associated with that. Or, a challenge whereby, you do like a 5-day challenge lead gen or high ticket client in 5 days. So you're mixing all of these different events to generate leads that, again, you can nurture and book appointments with. And then here, group, you kind of have different group cohorts. I have different cohorts that are starting. And then, these are all linked in to, funneling all of these leads, book appointments into a group program or a one-to-one program. Depends. If you're starting out one-to-one, over time, move to group. Or, as I think more people now, is actually going to be a one-to-one stroke group. I think people want that more that touch points. Make sense? So events planning, reverse engineer your events, your content, and the content is more intentional because it's all moving people to an event, to capturing people's details, booking appointments, making offers. Right, this is all about list building. Now, I told them, when you've got free offers, you've got events, you're booking appointments, so you're capturing people's details. So these are people I've captured in my CRM, which I'll show you about later on. So there's Despina, who's actually a client of mine. So I've got her name, I've got her telephone number, got her email. When she was a client 1 week ago, kind of when we're last engaged, and these are all tags. So so I know exactly, if Despina's downloaded a free offer, whether she attended some of my events, whether we booked an appointment with, maybe, she hasn't turned up or, needs more time or whatever. So these are all the tags I've associated with people. So I know if I've got a lot of tags with someone, like for instance, the person above it who's downloaded Destination Planner, that's that free offer I had for. That's another offer I have, converting headlines, opt-ins, and she's done 3 more of whether that is it's probably events. So there is 5 touch points with that person. How more likely is that person to book an appointment if I have all of these touch points? Probably very. All right, load. Let's get on a call, because you're giving so much value, and the law of reciprocity kicks in, whereby people automatically feel as if they should reciprocate that. So that is what basically the system I use to capture all of that information and see exactly where people are on the customer journey, so I can book appointments in. And that's how you book 10 to 15 appointments a week, which results in 2 to 3 clients a week. So that's, there's nothing rocket science about anything. You're just using Facebook group funnels to funnel people down, touch points with content events. Then you're capturing all this information and building your list so you can book appointments with them. Makes sense. Is anything that's dropping in terms of what I'm saying here? I hope so. This is the game. If you're if you are not, your content game is not there, or your events game is not there, how is anybody going to know what you're doing? How you're basically cold spamming people. Right, booking appointments. This is the game. This is your KPI. You have your, the number of, the success of your business is based on the quality and quantity of appointments. So you're booking appointments kind of through your offer free coaching. So I've outreach to people. Hey, such and such, thank you for downloading this. Such and such, thank you for attending the event on this. I'm opening some spots for kind of free coaching. Do you want to take that? So most people say yes. And then I send a pre-qualification form. I just don't say, let's jump on a call, because I want to make sure I'm not wasting my time. I'm not wasting their time with people that are not qualified. So I send them a pre-qualification form. So there's the form here, name, email, kind of where they are at the minute in their business, where do they want to be in their business, what's holding them back. So I get an idea of where they are and whether I can help them or not. If I can't help them, there's no point in getting on a call, or they're at a different stage of their business, and then I can't help them either. So I'm only interested in people who are really fit my avatar, fit my ideal customer. That's why ideal customer and getting clear about who you're serving is not an afterthought. You really need to kind of dial that in, because the person you want to be booking appointments with should be fitting that persona. And then for a short triage call, now you can do kind of 15-minute call. Let's get on a call, and you can explore these questions further, or you can get a virtual assistant to do that for you, which I have got now for virtual. Does triage. So I'm just doing, hey, this person is qualified. They're at this stage in their business. They've got this problem. I think they're a good fit. And they book a call where I can help them. And then book a follow-up call in 72 hours. That's kind of the fit that thing. Don't wait too long to book a call. You say, hey, love to get on a call and say, I'm free in next week, end of next week. That's too long. People forget. You want to be booking calls within maybe that first call, that triage call, within 72 hours maximum to the next call, because you want to be building that momentum so they remember, maybe the advice you give them, or you kind of give them problem, educate them on something that not, and they want to know more about how you can help them on that follow-up stroke sales call that you might have. And that's why you get your calendar booked like this with 10 to 15 appointments. You're getting booked with quality appointments, people that are want to know more about how you can help them. And that becomes down to your numbers game. If you have, again, 10 to 15 appointments, you're making 2 to 3 sales a week. And if you have a price point at say $3,000, if you have a 12-week program at $3,000 or whatever, that's $10,000 a week potentially. That's what's that, 40,000 a month. You're in that business one model that I talked about at the start, with just yourself, a person with a VA, and that's it. Imagine that. You're making $40,000 a month with yourself and a VA and tiered Facebook funnel events and content. Does anybody see the power of this? Does anybody kind of see kind of how this can all work together? I hope they can. All right, next, opportunity management. So obviously, you're managing all of these touch points. You're managing kind of the opportunities. And this is this CRM, which you don't have a tool that kind of has that visibility of all your business. And you're kind of I've got Google Sheets over here. I've got notes over here about I'm taking. Then you're missing a trick. You're probably going to have cracks in your business, and things are going to fall through the cracks. That's why it's important to have a tool that captures everything. And this is what I have with this CRM, whereby I'm moving people along the customer journey from new leads. That's people just downloaded either free offer, attended one of my events, or actually I booked an appointment. So there's new leads are coming in. I'm nurturing. This is more to do with direct messenger chat. I don't really have, there's a link between messenger. You can have direct messenger chat with people. You don't really have their details, but you're still having kind of chats. And this links to that in terms of you can move people who proposing calls, and you can bring those people into this CRM as well through direct messenger chats. So you're proposing appointments, you're booking appointments, obviously you're going to have cancellations, appointment no shows. So you basically, I've got a visibility about people who are moving along the customer journey. Hey, I need to be booking more appointments. I want to get 4 appointments. How do we move people, outreach to people from new leads to more book appointments? Or there's got no shows. Okay, I need to follow up with those people to reschedule them to kind of book appointments. So you have this tool that manages all that for you. People see the power of having something like this. When you're kind of having every week on the Monday, hey, what's my calendar look like? What do I need to kind of move it to, have a booked week? So I can look at this. Well, actually not Monday. I'll probably look at Sunday and say, hey, what do I need to do this week to kind of move new leads to booked appointments? Trello's good for that. Yeah. I'm not one about Trello, kind of, but this links to everything. Like all my funnels are all in this, it's all automated. So I like to use as much automation as possible. So when people come in, the lead is generated automatically. I know exactly kind of the touch points that I've had with that person, so I can book appointments. I don't, Trello can't do that. But I'm not saying it's a good starting point. Yeah, Trello is very much like that. But that's sort of manual and putting all the details in. Next. This is just like webinar funnels. So again, the CRM, I don't reinvent the wheel. Once I do a page, like I just change the title, time, whatever. So I just use the same type of page, register now, elements of kind of what they will get, the benefits of it, of attending, bit about myself, and register link. Again, don't overthink it. But it's again having a form here, so anybody registered here, I get the details straight away so I can build up my list. Again, all in one place, whereby these are names of people. So people who've downloaded, that's Marisol who downloaded that. I know exactly confirmation. She was attended the lead generation masterclass, so I know exactly kind of all the details from her. When she's paid the visit, she's kind of done that. She's got the thank you page. So I'll have to check whether she's joined the Facebook group or booked an appointment. So there's sort of visibility. You can drill down on the particular contact and what actions they've done. So again, that's sort of that detail you have is not, and also up here as well. See that phone? Believe it or not, you can call. Once you get the phone number and they put the details, I build in, you can call them. I get my VA to kind of call that from here. They kind of call them and directly kind of that, hey, such and such, thanks. Thanks for attending the event, kind of on that. Do you want me to send the replay? Or hey, Michael's opening some spots for free business coaching. Would you be interested? So that, they can book them straight away. Okay, so far, free Facebook group generates leads, top of funnel. So kind of getting that top of funnel working for you. You're getting quantity and quality of leads. And through the touch points to your offers, through your events, you're capturing, you're moving people into that middle of funnel through the more warm audience. That warm audience is the audience you want to be booking appointments from. So you capture detailed bidder list, add more value in that middle of funnel as well. And then book appointments, offering free coaching. Put it as a low friction barrier to move them onto a coaching call. And that's bottom of funnel. And then manage everything in one place. It's out of that CRM. So all those touch points, all those lead magnets, all those events that I'm running, just like this one I'm running, all of the landing pages, all the email sequences, all the reminders, all managed in one place. I'm not having autoresponders and getting stuck in tech. about kind of how does this piece of software talk to this piece of software. None of that. It's all in one place, manage everything. Okay. And I think, is that it? Yeah, that's it. So any questions on that? Any questions on kind of what I went through? Does anybody see the power of this? Anybody kind of see kind of like getting a simple business model like this, using one platform, Facebook groups, tiered Facebook groups, events, or content events, moving people along the customer journey, booking calls, making offers, and manage everything in one place. Is having a Facebook group better than a business page? Business page is for running ads. If you want to run ads, yeah, have a business page, but it's got no organic traffic. You can drive traffic to your Facebook group. You can do an ad. I think now you can draw ads to Facebook groups. But if you're good at, I think ads, you're starting out, is a bad place to be. And a business page on its own is not going to get much traffic. It's not built, your business page is not designed to get as maximum exposure. That's why I'm using my profile, combination of my Facebook profile, my group, which is generating 200 leads a week, and then moving, combination of Facebook profile and content on Facebook profile and, content and events in my group is generating that interest and leads, moving to book appointments. So I don't particularly have a business page. I think I have one linked to my ad account. I might have used it in the past, but there's no content on it. I don't use Facebook. I don't use the business page. But good question. Anything else? Simon, anything from you? Marianne, anybody else on the call? No? Anybody in Facebook land who's watching this live in the group? Any calls? No. Because I don't know anything else on one platform with kind of to generate this amount of leads and kind of like to book appointments. Like if you're looking at if you're looking at your calendar now and it's zero, you have a problem. You don't. If you're just outreaching to people, or well, if you're referring on referrals as well, that's a limited pool of people. You actively have to actively start marketing and gaining attention and putting yourself out there, generating content, moving people, demonstrating authority on events, then moving kind of people to book appointments. Just worried about giving too much away for free. Yeah, Simon, good question. Yes, I had that when I first started. But the thing is, Simon, most people don't take action on anything. The reality is people pay to play. Basically, I've had people, give away stuff for free. It's a good marketing tactic, but in reality, they will pay for you to kind of hold their hand and kind of make sure they're getting the result for them, the outcome. So if you can demonstrate that process and give much curiosity around something that you can help them with, they're more than likely to take that next step. So don't be afraid to kind of give away stuff. It's kind of a diminishing return because if you're coming from a scarcity mindset about, okay, I want to give so much away, and people can read into that and say, well, that's the value is kind of, if you were to kind of just give unconditionally, people will respect that and kind of a bit more. That's maybe some people have a different viewpoint, but that's my viewpoint on it. Any other questions? Or I'll call it. I will call it a day. I was going to go into a pitch, but I won't bother today. Don't feel the energy today. All right. Any other questions from anybody about this? All I would say is, if anybody's watching this or whatever that, if they want to know more about how they can implement something like that, more than happy to have a discussion on how you can build all of this out. And it wouldn't take long to kind of generate your Facebook funnels, generating 200 plus leads a week, where you're taking those leads, nurturing those leads, and booking appointments, 10 to 15 appointments a week, which 2 to 3 sales a week. Imagine what 2, 3 sales a week would do for your business and your life in terms of having that business you'd want. Okay. All right. If there's any more questions, I will leave it there. And I thank everybody who attended and all the people who are watching on Facebook. I hope you got value from it. I will probably be in touch with a lot of you recently. Again, this is the part of the process whereby you're outreaching to people, book them in for appointments. So thank you for everybody who attended. Hope you got value from it. If anybody wants any information about this, like I was going to say appointment scripts. So if anybody wants my appointment scripts in terms of how you book appointments, now you're getting a prospect and you say, oh, what did I say on a call, whatever. If anybody wants those appointment scripts, happy to kind of give them away for any people who want them. So Azza or Simon, if you want those appointment bits, just let me know. I'll send them to you. All right, no worries. Okay, I'll send that. Well, thank you, the people who turned up. Maybe not the most numbers I would have liked. I'll have to look at my own getting people on calls as well. But thank you. That hope you got value from this today. As I say, this is not rocket science, guys. I don't like complex. I don't like things. When it gets complex, things break. Things are like, ads, for instance. I find, getting the right ad, getting the right creative, getting the right copy, getting the right landing page, that's all too complicated for me. I like things simple, whereby we're using, free resources, free Facebook groups, using organic traffic, and then just moving people to authentically move them to kind of a place that they want to be. So, okay, thank you, everyone. I will leave it there and have a great day wherever you may be. And I'll enjoy the nice sunshine that has just appeared here. And thanks, Simon. Sure. I think we've booked in as later on, maybe next week. So I'll talk to you later in terms of that. Yep. Thank you again. Thank you, guys. Bye.